My wife put up the Christmas tree before Thanksgiving. Welcome back to Jerminology. I'm going to talk about some rules around Thanksgiving. So as I mentioned in the intro, my wife has put up the Christmas tree before Thanksgiving, which is a rule in our household. Typically, we don't put up the Christmas tree before Thanksgiving, but due to some travel plans at Thanksgiving, we had deemed that we would go ahead and do that. In addition, our basement is being worked on and everything is under tarps and is covered up and is kind of put away, and that's where all of our Christmas supplies are. So I had made the agreement that since one, we would be traveling at Thanksgiving, and two, since the basement was all wrapped up in tarps, that we could put the Christmas tree up early. Unfortunately, those travel plans were canceled, but also unfortunate is the Christmas tree went up. So our Christmas tree is up and we'll be sitting around the house while we have Thanksgiving dinner. That's awkward. So my family is split down the middle with some of the kids following me and believing that maybe we shouldn't put the Christmas tree up before Thanksgiving. But what about you? What are your thoughts on putting the Christmas tree up before Thanksgiving? That got me thinking about some of the other things related to Thanksgiving that, maybe things that are optional or things that maybe your family does or doesn't do. And I wanted to kind of give you a readout and try to get your assessment on your thoughts around these questions or categories. For example, do you believe in putting your Christmas tree up before Thanksgiving? Yes or no? The next one, are you a turkey or a ham household or a both to satisfy the multiple audiences? What about dressing or stuffing? Do you do dressing and stuffing, dressing or stuffing, or neither of them? Do you do those? Next, are you a cranberry sauce household or are you a gravy household, or are you both? So what about pies? What about for dessert? Are you a pumpkin family? Are you a pecan family? Or are you like me and you really don't prefer either of those and you would rather have an apple pie? Anyway, in my household, we are primarily a ham family, but we make turkey for the total audience. So some of the members of the family prefer turkey, so we generally will buy something like a small turkey breast, make that up, but within the four walls of my house, the majority of us are ham eaters, with the exception of one. So the last time we made a full turkey, we were tired of it that day and really didn't take advantage of all the leftovers. As a result, we, as I mentioned, only do a little turkey breast. It's enough for that day, maybe for one plate of leftovers afterwards, which is really all that we need. Ham, we'll have ham and we'll have it left over. Stuffing versus turkey, versus dressing, we do dressing. So the fundamental difference, if you're not aware, is stuffing is in fact stuffed in the turkey. That is why it's called stuffing. So we do not do that. We do dressing. We usually do not do a from scratch. We do it from the box. One of the only times of the year that we ever have it. It just feels like it's right and should be part of the Thanksgiving dinner plate. Cranberry sauce versus gravy. We are primarily a gravy household, but we do get cranberry sauce for a select few. Now, the challenge is that the older I get, I'm more comfortable with it, but as I was younger, I was not comfortable with having a sweet and a savory items on the same plate. As I've gotten older, I'm more comfortable with that. I like cranberry sauce a lot more now, but gravy is still the clear winner, especially with the dressing. If I'm going to eat turkey, I want it covered in gravy to help moisten it because it always ends up being too dry. I want my mashed potatoes with gravy. I want my dressing with gravy. So we are primarily gravy, but we do cranberry sauce. As far as pies, now this one is a bit of a challenge. We are primarily a pumpkin, but we often have pecan. But as I mentioned, I'm an apple. I don't prefer either of those. One of the reasons I don't like those is because one of our regular staple dishes is a sweet potato casserole, which is super similar to a pumpkin pie. And as a result, it's just like, it's overkill in that kind of flavor profile. Now, having said that, I don't eat the sweet potato casserole either. I'm just not a fan of the overly sweet stuff. I'll get my sweets from either the cranberry sauce or by eating the apple pie at the end of the meal. So there you go. You got the breakdown of what Thanksgiving is going to look like in my house or has looked like in my house with my family. Let me know in the comments below how you would vote in these categories: ham versus turkey, or both, gravy or cranberry sauce, or both, pecan, pumpkin, or both. Are you an apple pie? Are you a cherry pie? Are you a cake person? Are you a not dessert? Let me know. And also, I'd be curious, what kind of unique things are you having on your menu that are more unique to your family and are not really something that is a staple that most people would have? What are those unique menu items that you may be consuming on Thanksgiving this year? Until next time, have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you with the next video.